Hello guys, it's me, Daily, and today we're gonna talk about PvP perks, alright, and loadout. But before I begin, I just want to tell you that this build is not the end-all and be-all, okay? What I mean by that is other players might use some other builds, but for me this is just the way I go. So let's switch from China chopsticks to PvP. Right, and let's see. So generally, when you play PvP, let's start here. You wanna use frag grenade. Usually, a blast rifle and what do you call this? A ranger combo would definitely be an ammo spike user. If you have weapons that really run out of ammo fast, you wanna use an ammo spike. And here, use a heal steam and a good shield. Alright, when looking for a good PvP shield, usually you want a high capacity shield. Resistance is bonus, okay, and if you have a better ability here, that's awesome also. And for cyber rig, I'd go for a defensive rig. I don't have a good example to show you when it comes to rig, so yeah, I can't really give you anything much for cyber rig, but generally you want a defensive cyber rig that has a lot of damage mitigation chips on it. Okay, so moving on for the perks, let's look at the ego grid. So generally I use Overcharge for my build, and the reason is because of the instant reload. That is a really good ability for me, and on top of it is the 30% damage, so it's a good ability. Now here, it's either you use killing machine or you use quick charge, okay, but generally I choose quick charge because you want that to be always available to you, because as I've said, I want the instant reload, because most of the time when I use blast rifle, you know, the magazine just runs out of bullets so fast, and as you look, it's reloading so slow. Okay, so that's why I want that there, so when we encounter a lot of enemies, you can fight them off. Okay, now going back, so this is number one. Number two, I tend to go for the tanky build, and that's why I choose thick-skinned, because of the 4 plates when your shield breaks down. That's a pretty powerful thing to have. I tend to use rear guard because of that 15% less damage when you are getting hit behind. The reason that's important is because, you know, during PvP, there will be times that you get into a group fight, okay, and having this is gonna save you. Okay, now detachment. On a kill you gain ablative armor for 3 seconds. Again, this is very important, especially when you are in a group fight, but also if, let's say, you're on a one-on-one fight and you have you're in a shadow war and you have this kind of enemies there. You see, if I kill it, you can see the plates turn to 6, so you could just kill that and kill the enemy, so that additional 3 plates could actually help you. Okay, again, going back, we go for the defensive build, and that's usually how I do it. This is my basic PvP loadout. Now here, increase your health for fortitude. Again, it's 15% base health, again on the defensive side, and the cellular armor, that's mitigating 6% damage. Now among these two, I prefer this one for now because it affects the shield and the health. Now if there are enemies that are using explosives, I'd remove this and usually switch to blast shields to remove that 45% range from their weapon. It kind of helps, you know, very useful, but on a normal day I'd use that. Okay, so we've covered this. Now for the Chimera DLC or the Arc Tech, I think, Arc Tech DLC. You can unlock these ones. Now, because I use a radiation weapon, you see, this is the usual weapon that I roll actually with recently, these past weeks. I've been using these two weapons like probably 80% of the time I go to PvP, just for fun. But you can see they are radiation, right? So, yeah, I use gamma rays because of the 25% armor penetration, and the radiation burns for the 15% damage, of course. And this is, whoa, what's that? This is lead lined. It reduces 15% from radiation attacks. So right now, most of people use radiation and bio in PvP. So it's either you switch those three here accordingly, or just use this. Okay, and some other notable perks that you can play around with would be Escape Artist. Now, Escape Artist can be useful when, let's say, you're fighting with someone who's using a sword, and other players would be shooting at you, and when someone who uses Blurr and sword is there, you're gonna get your head chopped off. So you might as well use this, and it can save you. And not only during fights with or encounters with sword using people, but in general, some people use this. This also, kill or be killed, you deal more critical damage when your shields are empty. So if you can hit, or you're comfortable or confident about hitting critical, well, this could really boost your DPS very high. So depending on your chosen ego power, you can just switch this and this one. It generally falls on the recharge time. So if I was using Blur, I'd probably use this over this. So, but depending on your build, you can actually activate both and sacrifice one of this. Okay, so that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and happy hunting to you. As I always say, play high, stay high, keep rolling. Till next time, peace out. Whew.
That looks like the last of them.